What's up everybody and welcome to a suggestion video featuring Artie. This was suggested to me by Ross Cars and Planes. Thank you very much for the suggestion. I really do appreciate it, and if any of you would like to suggest something yourself, the information on how to do so is in the description below, along with the information on how to request something on your birthday. So a few things I wanted to mention before we get into the review of Artie. First of all, this is my last video of 2015. It's been a great year, and I'll be doing essentially a year in review and thank you video on Saturday, January 2nd. And I didn't want to do it on New Year's Day or New Year's Eve just because it doesn't really fit into the schedule, and I feel like Saturday would be a pretty good day to do it. And so that will be a pretty cool video, as it was a great year, and I'll also explain my plans for 2016 and what you guys can expect on my channel. Also, I do have a vlog coming out on Friday, New Year's Day, and that will be the first video of 2016, or it may actually be the last video of 2015, depending on what time zone you live in, because I'll probably release it around 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. Central Time. So if you live kind of out in Hawaii, I mean, that actually still may be 2015 for you. I'm not entirely sure of the time zones, but for the most part, it'll be the first video of 2016. So now let's get into a review of Artie here. So Ross Cars and Planes also wanted me to compare Artie to Snot Rod here, and now despite the fact that they're very similar, they're actually two different cars. So first off, you can kind of see that Snot Rod is thinner and a little bit smaller than Artie. You can just kind of see that in the hood length there. You got this hood length here versus just a shorter one on Snot Rod there. Plus, Snot Rod has a different metal casting because he needs that spot to put the engine in, and Artie doesn't. They also have different grills, if you can kind of see that. Artie's is a little bit more like textures and like riveted, and Snot Rod's a little bit more smooth, except for the SR, which is actually a pretty cool detail over there, SR on his grill. And of course, if you guys aren't aware, Artie is actually one of the, I wouldn't really say reporters, but kind of the newscaster for the Piston Cup and one of the narrators. I wouldn't really say like she's on the level of Bob Cutlass and Daryl Cartwright, but she's pretty close. She was kind of giving some information about Doc Hudson and that he was returning and stuff in the last Piston Cup race, and that's really when she made, or he, I'm not really sure it's a she or he, but that's when Artie made the big appearance. And so the license plate reads OTU48, and I can't read the text above it, but actually I might be able to. It looks like it reads Look Nut. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure. That might actually say Look Nut, but I'm not entirely sure. And now one thing interesting about Artie is that if you look at this rim right here, it's different than all the other rims. I mean, you got that with that nice little, I guess you could say, blue line on the tire there, and all the other wheels are the same as that, except for this one back here, which I'm a little bit surprised on. And her wheels are actually similar to Snot Rod. I guess we'll take a look at this side because they're both the same. So they both have that outline going around the tire there, and they have similar rims, but Artie's are a little bit thinner and Snot Rod's are thicker, as you can see there. And of course, Artie does not have the exhaust pipes coming up the side like Snot Rod does right here. So yeah, both of these are very similar, but are different models. Now, Artie was only released in 2010 in the Final Lap collection and has not gotten a re-release since. However, I wouldn't be too surprised if Artie got a re-release in the next year, maybe in 2016 in the LA Speedway series, but we don't really know for sure yet. And many of the other Final Lap collection cars have actually gotten a re-release as well, such as Human Maryland was also re-released in the Radiator Springs Classic series. So like I said, I wouldn't be that surprised if Artie got a re-release in the next year. However, in 2017, Mattel will most likely focus extremely on Cars 3 and probably will not release many cars from Cars 2 or Cars 1. So if Artie's not re-released in 2016, Artie may not return for another 5 or so years. I mean, we don't really know what the future for Cars holds, but we'll see what happens. So before I end the video, I'd just like to show you guys something that I purchased today. Now you're seeing this on Thursday, I bought this on Wednesday, but you know, it's 24 hours. And I actually did find this Carbon Racer 4-pack, or as they call it, the Carbon Speed 4-pack. So I'll be reviewing this soon, and I'll actually probably publish a list of the reviews that I can actually do, and then you guys can vote on which ones you want to see and in what order, because I do have a lot of things I can review, I just don't know when I'll be reviewing them. So I will leave that to you guys to decide. So thank you Ross Cars and Planes for the suggestion, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time for a vlog, and then I'll see you for a thank you 2016 video. So I'll see you guys then. Bye now.